The reason this space was here is because for a couple of years, the cab for 100 had been removed so we could rebuild the deck, and it sat here down at about this height, which was convenient to work, because we had to get up on the roof to take off stuff, and we had no space. When the roof was done, the canvas put on, trolley boards were put on, and the trolley base removed, and then the trolley boards put on. It was all painted. Then we were ready to move that on and start putting the locomotive together. So what we did is we jacked the cab up to this height with some blocking. We then had some 4x6 planks, one end of which was on here, and the other end of which was resting on blocks to the point that they were level here. And then we jacked the cab up another couple of inches and put more longitudinal stringers, 4x4s they were, and between the lower stringers and the upper one, we put rollers, and we pulled it on very easily. In fact, we kept pulling it on here, and one day we had it sitting here, and we were setting up with the pullers and all that, and one fellow said, "I think I can push it," and we found that it took just one person to push this, as long as we had rollers in the right place, and he rolled it right along with the rollers on the deck here, and to where it is right now. Then it made it possible to start putting it together. Unfortunately, now I think we can get some of the detail over here. There's one more post that's off. You've covered it elsewhere, but this is the last detail we'll show. When we took the locomotive apart, we really didn't know some of the construction. It was because of rot and so forth, and we had to deduce it. And we finally think we figured it out pretty well. Around the entire cab is this sill, which stuck up above the flooring, as you can see. And right here is a mortise into which there's a tenon. And every post all the way around had either one or two tenons, depending on how wide it was. And the tenons went into mortises, which were cut there. We very carefully, many times, measured the cab when it was sitting back in its off position. And then from those measurements, we laid out this framework, which went all the way around the cab. And when we brought it on, it fitted fairly well. We had to do quite a bit of trimming on these tenons, and but eventually we got it so it pulled down. Now, it didn't just sit here. This car, there would, over time, in all its life, with the rocking that it does, you can see that this.
Oh, isn't that lovely? Look how she rocks. You almost get the sensation of motion.
Okay, we're going to have to cut right.